Hello Chipsters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today I just wanted to give you, I suppose it's an update on the Empress miniatures late war British infantry for the Northwest European theatre. They could also be used for Korea as well, I believe. I know I did the unboxing, so there's nothing really. In fact, I'm probably a couple of figures short because I left one brain group out and one single rifleman, because they were surplus to requirements. I was just so impressed with the sculpts. I've given them the grey, black, white highlights. To be honest with you, the white looks more grey. I'm not fussed about that. It's just really just giving it some shading, and all the details came out with the shading. And I just had to show them off again. I think they're brilliant. If you can see it, can we see it or not? Yeah, fantastic. I've added the shovel and the pick handles. I mean, Paul Hicks really has done some fantastic work with these. I'm not sure, I believe I was listening to, just a few weeks ago, I was listening to one of the old Too Fat Loudly podcast, the Oddcast, and they got the guy that runs Empress on, and he was saying that they often get the weapons made separately by another guy. So if that's the case, both sculptors have done really nice work, but obviously just for the posability that Paul does with them, they really are just out of a Pathé News reel from the 1940s. Pathé was a British news organisation, I believe, and I think they kept going till the 1960s before we really had, majority of us had TVs. This guy's still missing the end to the rifle. I'd hope to get away with it. I'm not going to be able to, so I'm going to have to stick a bit on the end. How that'll last, I'm not 100% sure. But as I'll be selling these on, I need to at least try and get it to fit. So they might look strange with all these pick handles sticking out the belts and out the backpacks and stuff, but that's exactly how the British infantry had them at the time. They really were issued with them in large amounts because of the amount of counter battery fire and whatever. It was dig as soon as you got anywhere in positions, and the little entrenching tools were next to useless, so it was more favourable to carry these full-size picks and shovels around. So this is going to be my section, well, I'm going to sell them on hopefully, but this is be the section commander. He's a corporal. He's got 6 riflemen with him. Again, just with the shading on, it just makes them come out a heck of a lot better. You can see all the details on them. I slightly drilled out the mugs, not brilliantly, could have done with a bigger drill bit really, but I'd only got that one in the pin vise, so that's what I used. But just the poses are just like they are going through a village, through a defensive belt, maybe some dragon's teeth or that type of stuff. I'm going to put these on as slightly like the Vietnam ones that I keep for myself. I'm going to put these on a type of rubble bases. I just think they benefit from that really. And then you've got in the same section you'll have the gun group, as we used to call it. And that would be 2 IC, so Lance Corporal. Obviously, with casualties and that, they could quite be. This could be a senior private, but a Lance Corporal. He's in charge of the Bren gun team of 2 people, and he's just up there covering, as you would do. They just look like they're cautiously going down some street in northern Netherlands or Germany, maybe northern Belgium. There's our Bren gunner. Stick the bipod on him. and he's got a number 2 who's got a rifle. As I said before, carries a section wallet, you know, for the gun, all the spare barrels and bits and pieces, and usually carries a bit of extra ammo, and he has there slung over the top there. He's got more pouches there, and obviously the rest of the section, if it needed to, would be carrying more ammunition for the Bren as well, as it's the main firepower of the section. And the riflemen are the manoeuvre part of the section. So I just wanted to show those off. I know I've put one up earlier. I just put the last overspray of white on the top. As I say, it's not overly white, but it's enough for me to show the shadows off and the highlighted areas. If you're wondering why you do that, a couple of reasons. For the most basic reason, if you go over, put the black underneath in the shadows if you can. I've already done them grey because I was undecided whether I was going to do them all black or not. And in the end I decided to shoot some black under, put some shadow areas in, and then put white down from the top, and that will just give you highlighted areas that are pre-done for you. So one, you'll be able to see them quite naturally. I know when you do a load of figures, you tend to know that anyway. It's not something I use particularly on my war game figures normally. I do that more for my larger figures, display figures, but it'll give you an idea of where you want to put your highlights and shadows, and it will also, if you're using thinner paints, especially whether in the darker areas or the lighter areas, it'll give you a lighter area to work from already and a shadow area to, you know, put your colours in, make them darker, if the paint's thin enough. So hopefully I don't find the odd mould. Knowing me, I probably will find an odd mould line. These are really busy figures, obviously, with everything they've got to be for the time, you know. I'm just stuck them on for fun. But I just thought because they were so busy under the lights with the bare metal, you couldn't really see them properly. But with a primer on, they look really, really nice. I think these are the best sculpts. I like the Vietnam range, I must admit. I can't say I don't, but I think sculpt wise, just the pose, just the I'm not so much on with like throwing grenades, and yes, the Lance Corporal, as I'm calling him, he's got his the butt in the shoulder and he's taking aim, but to me he's just looking down, you know, down the sights to see what's out there, maybe covering the gun group as they move forward, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to show them off. I just thought they were brilliant. This will be the next project you'll be moving along. I'm doing these next, as I say, to sell. The main problem I've got, which is why they're actually on bottle tops. Normally on these I'll stick them direct to the 30. I like the 30mm bases. I haven't, only because I've got about four bases left. So I'm going to have to order some from War Bases. It was my preferred supplier. I don't have any. Again, I pay for them. I've got no ties to them. But I use War Bases, and yeah, I just don't have any more. So I'll paint them on these and have to just watch the paintwork as I fill around the bases. So look after yourselves. Again, apologise if I've spammed you with the same stuff, but I just thought they were brilliant. I've just kept looking at them. I thought I've got to put a quick video up. Might improve their sales, you never know. I think they deserve it. As I say, I've got no connection to Empress whatsoever. I just really like where they're going with the business. The type of sculpts that they're producing of absolute top notch, and obviously Paul Hicks, the sculptor. But it's down to the company to go and find these guys to actually do the work for them, and the casting as well. The castings have been really good. Bit of flash in between the I don't want to, let's just use that, but in here type of thing. The gaps here, you'll have to and it just pushes out, and then just clean it out with a scalpel. It's nothing arduous. Obviously the rest of it, like this guy here, it's really close in. There's no flash there, it's just he's really close in. But a few of those I had to just push the bit of flash out. But I say there was nothing arduous in tooling that. You just pushed it through with a cocktail stick actually, and then just cleaned it out with a scalpel, and then just quick rub around with a file, making sure it's all gone. That was the only bit. It's not exactly hard. The holes are there. You don't have to drill the holes out anymore with these guys. You just put the shovel handles in, just give them a bit of a clean round. They've got a bit of mould line down the side, and that's it really. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. We'll get some updates on these as we go. Probably be a few as we go, because I've got 10 figures here to do. So I'm just not 100% sure. I've got these as an NCO, so I don't think he's got a smock on. He's just got the leather jerkin, which is good because I can put some corporal stripes on him. The Lance Corporal, what's he got? No, he's got a smock, so I'll have to have a look if they were carrying rank insignia on top of the smock or not, because he'd have one stripe if you don't know the ranks. So thank you very much. Coming up, we've got probably, don't want to spam you too much, Friday, Saturday, something like that, weekend, I don't know. We've got some epic British Napoleonic to go up. 2 lots. I'll do 2 separate videos, because why wouldn't I? And I've got the Empress English Civil War to show you as well. That one I got eBay buy I've got. And then I've also got some models, as in progress on models, to show you as well at some stage next week. So take care, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.